Good morning, wherever you are. Hope you're doing just fine and that you are happy this morning. It is always a privilege for me to bring to you a word of God. Wherever He lays in my heart, I bring it to you. And I hope that the word of God, which is alive, sharper than any double-edged sword, will be able to accomplish that which the Lord desires in your life. As we read the word of God from Genesis 28 and verse 10, it says, "Now Jacob went out from Beersheba and went towards Haran. So he came to a certain place and stayed there all night, because the sun had set. And he took one of the stones of that place and put it at his head, and he lay down in that place to sleep. Then he dreamt, and behold, a ladder was set up on the earth, and its top reached to heaven, and there the angels of God were ascending and descending on it." That is where the Lord appeared to Jacob. He was from Beersheba going towards Haran, and he came to a certain place. Maybe you are in that certain place. It doesn't matter whatever situation that you are in that certain place, there is always a word for you. There is always a word from the Lord. In whatever place that you find yourself in whatever situation that you find yourself in, there is always a word of God. That stone that you are supposed to lie on, that word of God. Remember, the word of God tells us that Jesus Christ is the chief cornerstone. In every situation that you are in, there is always a word that you are supposed to meditate on, so that as you meditate in that word, God can stand in that word and fulfill His will in your life in that situation. There is no situation in this world that will come to you that God doesn't know about it. And that is why He has given us His word, that is the stone that we are supposed to lie on, to put our heads on, to meditate on. That word that we are supposed to meditate on. It is easier nowadays because we have Google and we have the internet. Whatever situation that you are going in, you can Google and get a word that will help you to navigate through that situation. God has put a word for every situation. When the sun sets, for example, because here Jacob came to a place and the sun had set. Probably your father, your mother has died. That is a situation. The sun has set on them. But remember, when the sun sets, there is tomorrow, and the sun will rise again in you. The sun will rise again in you, and there is a word of God concerning that the Son of Righteousness will rise with healing in his wings. That is why, if you meditate in that word, that the Son of Righteousness will rise in you with healing, the grief will be taken away. Probably you are done with a sickness. The Son of Righteousness will rise in you and heal you. That is what the word of God tells us. So in whatever situation you are in, you feel like the sun has set, remember, there is always the rising of the Son of Righteousness. He will rise up in you. He has given us His word that we may meditate on it. That is why when Jacob came into that certain place, that place that he was in, the sun had set. He took a stone in that place. In that situation, there is a word for you that you are supposed to take and sleep on that word, meditate in it the whole night, if it requires so, the whole day if it requires so, and then wait on God, because He will surely rise with His healing. It doesn't matter whatever it is that you are going through. The healing of God will come to you as you meditate in His word. It is in that word that you are meditating in that the Lord will be able to stand on, because when He slept, the ladder came where angels were ascending and descending as he slept on that stone in that place. The ladder came, angels were ascending and descending, and on top of that ladder there was God, and He gave His promises, and He said, I will not leave until I see to it that I have done that which I have told you, in this place you will come back here to glorify God, because in that same place he will make sure that he has done that which he has told you. Whatever word that you are meditating on, believe in God, trust in him, know that that word, because his word is forever settled in heaven, he will make sure that he has accomplished that which he has put in his word. So meditate in the word of God, and he will do as he wills in your life. Have a blessed day.